what's the feeling at the Scarlets at the moment? 3 bonus point wins on a bit of a roll. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. Coming into exciting part of the game, we've spoken about how important these next few games are to us and where we want to be as a group. And I think the strength and depth we've showed in the squad, particularly in the last few games, has been excellent. And we're building some nice momentum. And hopefully this weekend we'll get another performance and we'll keep building nicely.
How does this period feel, Kieran? Because the rest of the season, you're with each other for about 6 weeks. It's an internationals, Christmas, Europe, internationals. This is the first part of the season where you've really got to run of the game purely for the Scarlets and through to the end of the season as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's exciting. Obviously, we as players, we're lucky enough to go away and play international rugby. We love playing for the Scarlets. It's our job, first and foremost, is to play well here. And if other things come, then that's great. But, our focus now is to get the Scarlets in the best position possible, put us in contention to play in the playoffs. And we've spoken about how big these games are and we're really looking forward to the challenge.
The Dragons, they've had a difficult season, just one win, no win since October. How do you approach these 2 derbies against them?
I don't think it changes anything for us. We will focus on ourselves, make sure that we deliver everything that we spoke about in the week and making sure that shows in our performance. And obviously, look, they got some good players and they're a good side. We know about them. We know a lot about them because they're obviously Welsh as well. So, but for us, this is our third derby game now in a row, and it doesn't change anything with the mindset. And hopefully, we can get another performance to be proud of.
And your second back-to-back, you play Cardiff in 2 weekends and you're doing the same with the Dragons. It's a little different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's tough going, playing the same team twice. Particularly last week, I think Cardiff showed real emotion in our first half. A bit of a reaction to the week before, maybe. So, we've got to be prepared for everything. And I think we showed real character last week to weather that storm in the first half. And we probably didn't play well ourselves in our first 20 minutes. So we'll be looking to start well and keep a foot in the throat and, get a good win.
And personally, Kieran, it's been another strange old season for everyone in terms of stop-start, everything that's going on. What have you made of it for yourself this season? And also, what are you hoping for the rest of the campaign?
Yes, we've got plenty of opportunity to play. But obviously, I'm really excited to be back in the 9 shirt this weekend and get a real run at it. And, credit to the boys. The other boys have played really well when they've played. And 9 and guards done really well in the last couple of weeks. So the challenge is there in the club and we're really pushing each other in opposition. And that's obviously a healthy thing. It's good for us all. And, I need to play well now and keep putting my hand up because obviously there is exciting things coming up. And who knows where we'll be in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, Kieran. Good luck on the weekend.
Kieran, Spark Orders it is from Wales Online. Kieran, Mike Phillips was singing your praises last week. I don't know if you saw those comments and what you thought about them, basically. He said he saw you as a potential Lion. He said if you were picking a Lions team the following day, you'd be in it.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, it's obviously great to hear someone like Mike, obviously a legend of the game of Wales, is speaking so highly, but obviously I didn't know he'd said that, so it's a bit of a shock. But it's great to hear things like that, but obviously I've still got a nail every week now with the Scarlets and continue to play well ultimately and, try and climb pecking order, whether that be here or with Wales. And, my job here comes first and I'm focused on that.
Do you feel, Kieran, that you've improved as a player over the past season?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of experience comes into that. Played in those high-pressure games in the last year or so, particularly with Wales. I've been lucky enough to play 11 games now, and I think obviously coming back here, then I've been in the position where the younger boys have been, and it's about being a leader on the field and being the one that people can turn to, and in tough moments and pressure moments that you can rely on those players to come through the other side. So. In the last year, definitely seen improvements. There's more to come. Definitely think I can get better. Continue to learn.
As having Dwayne as your head coach, has that helped you? Former Wales scrum half and Lions scrum half.
Yeah, definitely. It's a different point of view. Obviously, Dwayne was a great player in his time. Someone who I grew up watching. So it's a bit surreal to have him coaching us. But yeah, he's obviously got great great knowledge of the game, and he does pick up things with the nines, you know, things that we might not see in each other, or we might not see on the training field, and it's just little things, continually trying to learn and pick his brains when we can as well.
And you mentioned the competition at the club, you know, with Gareth and with Dane. How do you assess the Wales scrum half battle at the moment? It's pretty much wide open, isn't it, really? 17 months out from the World Cup?
Yeah, I think so. I think all the nines have got different strengths. You know, I think we can all play differently, and we complement each other. And I think across the board in Wales, I think we got talent at scrum half. You could pick numerous players to play for Wales on any given occasion. So your position is never taken for granted, and you got to make sure that you're playing well every week, because you never know who's playing well elsewhere and who could take your shirt. So I think it's about just making sure that you do your own thing every week and keep performing.
So you came up against DuPont a few weeks ago. How did you assess that little battle, and what did you make of him?
Yeah, obviously we did speak a lot about DuPont before the game, and he is a real special player, and I think he's probably the best player in the world at the moment. And it was a real challenge. You know, those are the challenges you want to be involved in. Those are the players you want to play against. You know, even though a lot of people said he had a quiet game that day, he still had a couple of world-class touches, and you know, you could see the class there. And those are the challenges I want moving forward, and I want to play against the best players, and hopefully my performances then warrant that.
And just the last question from me, really. What's kind of sparked this upturn at the Scarlets in recent weeks?
I think obviously, you know, start of the season, we didn't really have any have our own luck. I think we've made our own luck in the last couple of weeks. We've showed real character, and I think the strength and depth as well. Particularly, you know, the boys who have played when internationals are away are still putting their hand up for selection. And I think that's really healthy, that we've always got that competition. Whereas if you're not playing well, then your place is never guaranteed. And that character I spoke about, I think we showed it massively against Cardiff last week, particularly in that first 20 minutes, because at the start of the year, we could have been 20 points down like we were against Munster out here. And all of a sudden they were running away with the game. So I think there's a bit of momentum there. I think the boys are positive, and I think we really know what we need to do and stick to.
I don't know who's playing for the Dragons, but it'll probably be either Rodri or Bertrand, and they're both good scrum halves again. Yeah,
it's great. Those are like I said earlier, those are the players who want to play against two international scrum halves. Both got their different strengths. Obviously, we're prepared for the Dragons, and we've spoken about the scrum halves and the threats they bring. So those are really the challenges that I want to be up against, and those players. So we're looking forward.
Great stuff, Kieran. Hope it goes well for you this weekend.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Hiya, Kieran, ti'n iawn?
Yeah, good, diolch, well down.
Yeah, good, diolch. Wel, Kieran, beth yw'r teimladau yn edrych ymlaen I darbi arall pan wythnos yma?
Yeah, fi'n credu bod y boys yn positif iawn. Yn ymwedig ar ôl y penwythnos diwetha, to gathon ni canlyniad ar perfformiad ni'n disgwyl mas o'n gilydd, a fi'n credu bod ni'n really yn build o bach momentum nawr, a fi'n credu bod yn dod mewn i'r adran nawr o'r tymor rili, ni moyn bod yn waren da pob wythnos, so mae'n gret.
Fel ti'n edrych nôl ar y darbys chi just wedi chwarae, allech chi ddim rili wneud mwy drwy ennill pob gêm a cael pwynt bonus yn bob gêm?
Yeah, a never thing you siarad wedi wneud. Never thing nod trwy gydol y gêm oedd yma, y gêm o derby. Yw I ennill pob gêm a'r perfformiad sy'n dod o fe. Mi'n credu bod yn bwysig iawn I ni fod yn Ewrop blwyddyn nesaf, a mae'r gêm oedd yma'n bwysig iawn. So, ni'n disgwyl ar y tabl, ond ni'n ffocysu ar yn unen, really, fan ni'n gallu, jyst I wneud yn siŵr bod ni'n cael y perfformiad yna'r pwynt yna ni'r ôl.
A gan bod chi wedi cael so gymaint o llwyddiant yn ddiweddar, ydy'r pwysau yn cynyddu rhywfaint os mwy o bobl nawr yn rhoi mwy o sylw ato chi gan bod chi'n gwneud mor dda?
Ie, bendant, fi'n credu bod pobl yn disgwyl I ni I cael y perfformiad yna ni wedi bod yn cael nhw'n wythnosau dytha nawr pob wythnos. Fi'n credu bod yna'n challenge gret I ni fel grŵp. Ni'n grŵp sy'n eitha deit gyda'n gilydd. ni'n neud yn siŵr bod ni'n pwysio'n gilydd pob dydd yn ymarfer. A na beth i moyn yma.
Os na reswm neu resymau i'r llwyddiant yma chi wedi cael yn ddiweddar, achos chi ddim jyst wedi ennill yn erbyn tîmau, chi wedi rhoi dipyn o bwyntiau yn erbyn y tîmau.
Ie, fi'n credu fel sy'n gyda y momentum na, y boes eitha bles o'r perfformiadau diwethaf ni wedi cael, a mae lot o gwaith cael yn mynd mewn trwy gydol y tymor, really, a sy'n credu gwelwn ni na ar dechrau tymor, ni bach yn anffodus a cwbl o canlyniadau, ond fi'n credu ni wedi ffindio ffurfiau ennill, ni'n gwybod fel ni moyn ware, a fi'n credu ni wedi gweld ni fwy yn y cwbl o thnosau diwethaf, a mae'r timing siwr o fod yn iawn, yn ymwedig y gêm sy'n dod lan, so gobeithio gewn ni fwy llwyddiant a cael ymlaen neu beth ni'n wedi bod yn gwneud.
Fi'n siŵr fel chwaraewr proffesiynol rwy ti'n mynd allan i ennill bob tro, ond os na fwy o sparc, fwy o deimlad wrth bod chi'n chwarae tîm o Gymru?
O, sy'n bendant. Mae'n bach yn personol, y gemoedd yma. Ware mynd chwaraewyr, chi gyd yn nabod, chi gyd i tyfu lan y ware erbyn. Fi'n credu bod nhw'n bach o bwysig blwyddyn yma, yn ymwedig gyda'r tabl ar Ewrop, fel siarad sy'n amdano gyda. A fi'n credu bod bach fwy ar y gemoedd, fi'n credu bod bach, falle 10% o dymas o pawb arall yn y gemoedd yma, maen nhw'n gemoedd fwy corfforol yr arfer, a bydd ni'n barod am y flwyddyn yna sydd wedi dod yr penwythnos.
Be ti wedi gwneud o dreiged y tymor yma, un fuddugoliaeth maen nhw wedi gael, os na rhywbeth i golli gyda nhw yn dod draw i Parc y Scarlets, neu fel ti'n asesu nhw yn edrych o'r tu allan i fewn?
Na, sa'n credu bod y byd nhw'n colli. A fi'n credu bod hwnna'n gwneud tîm yn dangerous iawn. A ni'n siarad bod nhw trwy'r wythnos, a mae digon o talent yn nhw trwy gydol y tîm, really. Ni'n gyda chwaraewyr yngwladol, so dwi ddim yn newid yn byd i ni pwy sy'n dod lawr y penwythnos yma. Ni wedi ffocysu ar yn unen, a ni'n siŵr bod ni'n ei popeth yn iawn trwy gydol yr wythnos.
Nes ti sôn bod digon o talent gyda nhw. Pwy yw'r chwaraewyr neu pwy yw'r chwaraewr falle os bydd y rai dewis rai wyt ti'n edrych mas amdano a meddwl o na, mae fe'n chwarae heddi?
Fi'n credu gallai ti siarad yn beth i unrhyw un yn y blaenwyr, yn ymwedig 6, 7, 8. Fi'n credu pwy bynnag nhw'n pigo, mae digon o talent yn nhw fyna. Fi'n credu Teim Basha, mae Aaron Wainwright mynd i fod yn chwaraewyr fawr i nhw, yn ymwedig y ffordd maen nhw'n ware'r gêm. A wedyn, tu ôl y scrum, mae'r threat o mewnwyr yn chwaraewyr dda iawn, a yn ymwedig Jordan Williams yn y cefn, fi'n credu. Chwaraewr sy'n gwneud rhywbeth digwydd masod yn byd, so fi'n credu bod rhaid ni fod yn siarp, bod rhaid ni fod yn barod am beth sydd ddod.
A jyst cael ofyn amdano, y rhif 9, y Cris a'r Parc y Scarlets, mae dy ti, Gareth, Dane, a mae Archie hefyd yn dechrau neu bach o enw. Beth mae'r gystadleuaeth yna wedi bod fel y ddiweddar, achos fi'n siŵr bod chi'n moyn chwarae pob gêm?
Ie, bendant. Pob tro ti'n troi lan, pob wythnos ti'n troi lan, ti'n moyn wario pob gêm, a ti'n moyn fod yn y Cris rhif 9 yna. Ni'n eitha ffodus fan hyn, bod digon o talent yn ni, yn y Cris rhif 9 yna, a gall unrhyw un wario ar unrhyw un adeg. So, mae'n jyst yn gwneud yn siŵr bod ni fel chwaraewyr yn gwneud yn siŵr bod ein perfformiadau ni yn well, bod ni'n ymarfer yn well, bod ni'n pwysio yn gilydd yn ymarfer. Mi'n credu bod yn rhywbeth iach iawn i cael ni yn ymwedig. Mae'n neis i ddod nôl o'r gemer yngwladol a gweld y boes yn ware'n dda a'r mewnwyr yn ware'n dda, achos na beth ni moyn.
A gyda Dwayne, yn amlwg mae fe wedi chwarae yn y rhif 9 nawr blaen, Odi wedi dod â rhywbeth gwahanol i sbardino chi ynglyn â'r dyfodol ac yn ystod y tymor yma?
Odi, mae wedi, ers i Dwayne o mewn, mae'n siarad yn ni, mae'n pigo pethau bach lan yn gêm ni, pigo pethau bach lan yn treino, mae digon o, mae Dwayne i bod yn chwaraewr gret yn ei amser a rhywun o'n neud i gwirla pan ni'n tyfu lan, so mae'n gret i cael Dwayne rownd. Fi'n credu bod e'n eitha hapus, bod digon o talent yn ni yn Cris y mewnwr hefyd, y fel i pigo rhywun. A mae'n gret bod rhywun fel Dwayne disgwyl drosto ni a neud yn siŵr bod ni'n neud popeth eisiau ni'n neud.
a just cwestiwn ola, beth amdano dy daith di de, Kieran, I ble da ni heddi, ti wedi cael taith eitha diddorol, yn chwarae gyda jersey a nawr fan hyn, a chwarae ryngwladol. Wyt ti'n eistedd lawr weithiau meddwl, tiw, mae pethau di gweithio mas yn arbennig o dda?
Fi'n credu bod pethau wedi gweithio mas yn arbennig o dda, ond mae'n wedi cymryd lot o amser i fod le fi nawr, a fi'n eitha siŵr bod lot fwy i ddod yn yn gêm i. A mae'n bwysig nawr bod fi'n cymryd popeth i fi wedi ddysgu yn y cwpl o blynyddoedd diwetha, cario ymlaen a cario gweithio galed, cario ymlaen neud beth i wedi bod yn neud. A wedyn gobeithio bod fi lli edrych nôl yn 10 mlynedd, beth bynnag yw a gweud fi wedi neud y ffordd caled a fi'n hapus y ffordd nes i fe.
A nes ti ddweud fyna, ffordd caled, ydy hwnna'n neges felly i chwaraewyr y dyfodol fel os mae un drws yn cau i falle peidio roi lan a trio eto, a trio'n fwy galed?
Ie, fi'n credu bod e. Fi'n credu bod y hyd ffordd o le ti moyn fod, os ti'n fodlon mynd y ffordd caled. Mae lot o chwaraewyr, dyn nhw ddim cweit yn cael beth maen nhw moyn, a mae'n eitha hawdd i roi lan a edrych nôl a gweud, I wish byddwn ni'n gwneud pethau bach yn gwahanol, ond trwy gwaith caled a wneud pob dydd beth ti fod i wneud, gallu wneud rhywbeth ti moyn. A fi'n credu bod wneud y ffordd caled nawr yn wneud e lot fwy bleserus i mwynhau beth i fi wneud.